finally got a chance to check out the documentary What Happens in the Woods, all about sort of not really the making of as much as sort of the drama, shall we say, surrounded the making of the film Don't Fuck in the Woods. The trailer reaction for it, I was very excited to see this, so let's see how it turned out. Alright, right off the bat, we gotta let you know it's gonna be a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Alright, you're here. Normally I go over the synopsis of the film here, but honestly, it's a documentary, so you'll know if you're at the right place. Alright, I start off with likes, and I gotta tell you, documentaries are an interesting thing on two levels. So, the interest initially lies in whether you have any interest in the topic whatsoever. Like, you know, if there's a documentary out there about something I could care less about, I'm not gonna watch it. Second, once that's passed, then you go to the ability of the documentary to keep your interest. And flat out, a lot of not a lot, you know, I'd say maybe over half of the documentaries that I have an interest in watching, after I watch them, you know, I don't even get through the whole thing, because they just, you know, don't have the ability to hold the interest. This did a tremendous job of holding your interest. You know, it presented interesting behind-the-scenes views of not just of the making of the movie, but also in showing the director's sort of, you know, trials and tribulations in getting this movie made, getting this movie financed, you know, dealing with the name in both its positive and negative repercussions, and interestingly enough, the aftermath of dealing with this movie. And that is to say that not just on sort of the, well, you know, okay, so obviously they cover the personal side of it. You know, him and his business partner having the fight, splitting, eventually getting back together, and obviously swirling around a lot of other things, obviously the alcoholism, the divorce on the separate parties, but that all, you know, comes into play. It was all presented very well and magnificently, and okay, and then the second part, I just thought that was the second part, the aftermath with, you know, sort of the split, you know, reviews, but also them having to deal with this, you know, just, you know, pussy world we live in, where, you know, you show like a high level of nudity, and they got wackos screaming porn at them. Hello, good lord. I mean, the fact that they even had to defend this movie on a porn level is insane. I mean, that shows just how far we, you know, have fallen, honestly. That those people would have any sort of a voice whatsoever is mind-boggling, okay? It's a movie that has the horror tropes of going into the woods, fucking, and then, you know, they added extra tidbit with the creature, puts it over, you know, over the top, gives us a little bit different. So you know there's going to be nudity. Oh, sorry, it's more than tits, you pieces of shit. Yeah, oh, you know, sorry, it's actual real nudity. In my review for the film, that was the best part. The fact that they didn't hold back. You know, the fact that they didn't say, we're going to be all politically correct and make this safe. I really admired that. But I had no idea that they had gotten backlash for that by just prudes and wackos and what are you doing watching horror movies in the first place? But the other thing that I wanted to say was also a big like for me, because this is a trap that a lot of documentaries fall into. Is not all of it, but certain a portion of it centered around the split between the individual parties. This documentary did not take either side. And that's important, because so often these days, documentaries are docudramas, wherein they attempt to swerve you to one position and, you know, present it as a fact-filled documentary. This, I feel, at least, and who knows what the truth is, but it came off as these are just the facts. They both made mistakes. They both had valid points. We're not going to take a side. They're going to present their arguments. We're going to show you what happened, and you decide. And that I really applaud, because there's not enough of that anymore these days in the whole, documentary world. All right, it is dislikes time, and honestly, I don't care how like freaking egotastic it sounds. The only thing I didn't like is they didn't contact me for a comment. I would have gladly offered some praise. They had like a 1/4 second clip of us saying the title, which was cool. I'll take it. But then later on they had a couple of reviewers that were talking about the film and going into a little bit more detail, and I would have been more than happy to provide them. And it's ridiculous. Like, they're going to contact me anyways. They're not totally unaware. I mean, they did have that clip. But maybe I'll have to go back and watch that review. Maybe I said something they didn't like. But as for the documentary itself, there really wasn't anything. It was insanely well done. It was very interesting. Kept my attention the whole time. Didn't take any sides. I got no issues. All right, it is Pinhead time. This is going to be a little bit of a tough one because, as I said at the beginning, if it's something you're interested in, then this is going to be just, top shelf, absolutely amazing. But if you're not interested, really, it's not even worth your time. But if you have an interest in, movie making, if you're interested in marketing, or you just want to see, a good documentary about a very interesting experience, then this is the one for you. And as such, I'm going to give it 4.5 pinheads. All right, what did you guys think? Please let me know in the comments section below. And the trailer for this, they attached a scene from part 2 that was completely innocuous, did nothing more than introduce us, I guess, to the cast. That's why I didn't really comment on it here. I'm going to save everything for when we get an actual trailer on that one. Either way, though, as regards to this doco, comment time, comments.